Hey Tracy, this is Tanner Cal with MTAC Roofing Systems, doing a roof inspection for 5 Windsor. So I'm up here. I've done an inspection over the entire roof. I've seen some stuff up here that would definitely strike a concern. Wanted to bring those to you. But as far as the pipe boots, so there's 3 pipe boots up here. You can see them. These are definitely connected to something down there, but I'll get to that in just a second. But as far as the pipe boots, I would definitely recommend replacing all 3 of these if we're just doing maintenance. And the reason I say that is because you can see how that thing's cut around this pipe boot. Not the best cut. And then if this was me installing these, I would have definitely at least brought this last shingle down right here, because now you have probably about 7 to 8 inches of exposure where water can just run straight to that nail. And then on this side, you're seeing the same exact thing, which can lead to bigger problems, can lead to leaks in the future. I would have done the same exact thing with this one as well. You can see how this is peeling up and water can get just directly under there. I'd recommend replacing this one as well. At least these shingles right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Going back to the back slope, same thing with this pipe boot. I don't know why they did it this way, but they did. Same thing you're seeing exposure here, and there's a reason why there's caulking right there. That caulking is drying up and water is allowed to go back there. I'm touching on these things because it's a little easier for me to explain in a video versus me just taking pictures and trying to explain them by text. So right here, you can see this is vinyl siding right here, or like an aluminum siding actually. And this is counter flashing. It's like a L flashing. And then you got this slope right here. This is a 112 pitch, and you can see how low slope this is. If there's not problems here, eventually you're gonna see problems here. And what you're starting to see with this flashing is you're starting to see that these nails are just coming up. I'll push them in the best that I can, but those nails are coming up, and what that's gonna cause is water is gonna back up to this nail, eventually cause a leak. Not only that, but this L flashing is kind of just sealed against this metal. And you can start to see in some areas, it's starting to crack right there, and water can intrude and get into the home this way. I would recommend going with a modified bitumen back here, a rolled roofing system. It's just too low of a slope to trust in shingles, because underneath each one of these shingles, you got nails, and with a low slope, water will try to get under the edge, get to those nails that stay stagnant, rust those nails, eventually have bigger problems. And then I'm trying to touch on everything while I'm up here. For right here, this is another low slope area with these pipes. It seems like they were flashed in somehow, but you can tell that they've just put tar up here. I wouldn't say there's necessarily a solution to maintaining these at this point, because you're starting to see that they put like a mesh to catch this tar, and now that tar is starting to crack. So, you know, the only thing that you could really do is tar over this, or pull all this up, pull these shingles up right here, and then do a rolled roofing and reflash these pipes in. That would be my suggestion. And the way that these pipes are back to back, there's definitely a solution to flashing this into the modified bitumen, but that is definitely inferior and could lead to bigger problems. Now, where they flashed it in right here, I would not have suggested nails, but they did put nails, and you see a lot of those nails are backing out. They're rusted. Some of them were sealed, some of them weren't. But now they're starting to back out and will cause problems. The last thing I'll go over is there's some nail pops up here. You lift up that shingle, that one's backing out. They're really all over the place. One's up underneath there. And then the flashing here. So if you look at this, this is called step flashing. The reason why it's called step flashing is because each shingle is stepped in, and you don't have counter flashing. So counter flashing is what covers step flashing, and if you don't have that, then all you're depending on is sealant. So you can see how much sealant's on here. Once that sealant fails, then you got bigger problems. Water runs behind the step flashing, leads to a big problem. You can see all the way around the chimney. So close this inspection out, send this over, and we'll go from there.